So it's really open plan, isn't it?
Yeah, there's 40 staff here in the Wellington office, and we like to keep it open plan because that just keeps the dialogue going and communication, and everyone can talk to everyone else. We're not ones for hiding in offices and beavering away and creating little silence. So yeah, we like it like this. It's a good atmosphere.
So let's say, hypothetically, that I had a little bit of money to invest. What would be the key things I'd want to be aware of to make a decent decision? Or at least not to do the wrong thing?
Look, I'm an economist, so I can make this as complicated as I want, but you know,
for me,
you're probably looking for something that's simpler. Over time, you find that unless you've got a really short time horizon and you just want some cash sloshing around for some short-term spending or whatever, if you want to have your money sitting around for a bit longer, then you'll find that assets such as shares and fixed interest will actually do better than cash over time. And there's been all sorts of crashes and problems and crises around the world. Just let the markets do their work over time, because they inevitably correct back from any short-term problems they have.
So I have a theory, right, that there's two sorts of people in the world. There's people who are good with money, and then there's people like me. So what would I have to do? What would I have to know to become one of these people who are good with money?
You've got to be disciplined and quite objective and dispassionate about markets, and that's the thing that makes the difference between people who end up being good with money and those that don't. If you're not experienced at how markets work, you just fall into the trap of allowing emotions starting to dictate how you make decisions, and you end up with some very poor outcomes if you allow that to happen. So from our perspective, I think what we offer is a structure that provides a reasonable degree of objectivity, and being disciplined about understanding how markets work and sitting back and being a little bit dispassionate about things. It's very easy to get caught up in the roller coaster of markets and following trends and listening to gossip and looking for hot tips, but that's not the secret to making money work for yourself over the longer term. Having a structure in place, and by that I mean getting the right sort of asset allocation. There are some structural things around that really make a big difference. And that's probably the area where you'll spend as much time talking to your financial advisor about, so how much money am I going to allocate to shares versus how much am I going to allocate to cash or fixed interest or other asset classes. And that's probably the most important decision you can make right from the outset, making sure that you've got the right structure in place to match what you're looking for.
Oh, so I'm screwed.
Well, yeah, that's one way of putting it.
Right.
Yeah.